All right, we're continuing on our path through the 12-week year. Today, I'm going to talk to you on two subjects. Number one, focus on activities. Write it down. Focus on activities. And number two, we're going to talk about using a weekly plan to align actions with results. So focus on activities and use a weekly plan to align actions with results. So a long time ago, before this book was written, and I'm sure Brian is smart enough that he got this on his own. And a long time ago, before this book was written, when I say a long time ago, I'm going to go back to 2005, when I was teaching pretty much on a weekly basis as an agent in production and also as a trainer and coach. And agents would ask me, so John, what's your strategy? And my strategy was this: focus on activities, ignore the results. Focus on activities, ignore the results. And basically, that's exactly what he's saying. Focus on the activities and ignore the results. And here's why, Michael. If you pay attention to the results, you may or may not hit your goals, and chances are you're not going to, especially in the beginning. Now, the beginning could be 90 days, it could be 6 months, it could be 2 years. You plant a Chinese bamboo tree seed, it takes 7 years for it to break the ground. For 7 years, you see nothing. Now, planting the seed is what? Is that the activity or is that the result? It's the activity. Planting a seed is the activity. Every day you go out and water and fertilize that seed. Is that the activity or is it the result? Okay, it's the activity. Now, pay really close attention to me. Imagine for a moment that you've planted a Chinese bamboo tree seed in your front yard and you go out every day and you're watering and fertilizing. Day one, you water and fertilize the dirt. Day two, you water and fertilize the dirt. Day 365, end of year one, you're still watering and fertilizing that dirt. And your neighbors are walking by and going, dude, what's up? You're watering and fertilizing the dirt. Man, stop. Or they're talking to their friends. You see this guy living next to me? He'd be crazy, man. He out there watering and fertilizing the dirt, but yet you're still doing it. You're watering and fertilizing the dirt. You're doing what? Activities. You're ignoring what? Results. 7 years later, you're still out there watering and fertilizing that dirt. And now your neighbors really think you're nuts. I mean, the city come out and say, what's up? What's up? You got a permit to be watering and fertilizing this dirt? And then this sucker starts growing. And it don't grow a couple feet in year 7. It grows 90 feet. 90 feet in 1 year. I mean, you could put out this guy now, he's out there with a lounge chair, drinking his coffee, having a good time, watching that thing grow. You can literally see it grow. It's growing 90 feet. Now, it didn't grow 90 feet in 1 year. It grew 90 feet in 7 years because he watered and fertilized the dirt. He focused on the activities and not the results. Well, guys, it's the same thing for you. If you show up every day and you do if you at Kevin Elko on Thursday, what is this? Chopping wood. Just keep chopping. Just keep chopping. If you're making your calls and you're talking to people who are in your database, you're building relationships, you're calling for sell-by owners, you're calling expired listings, you're circle prospecting around properties that just sold, Desiree, and you're chopping wood and you're having conversations and you're not getting what? Results. But you show up every day and you stay in the activities because you ignore what? Results. And you just keep chopping wood. You keep focusing on the activities. Eventually the what shows up? Results. So in 2005, when people would ask me, John, what's your secret? Now we're selling over 100 homes a year in one of the worst markets this industry has ever seen. And when they would ask me, John, what are you doing? What's your secret? I would just say, hit your daily activities, hit them. There are standards. Ignore the results. results will show up. So on page 29, the author, Brian Moran, goes on to say, to be truly effective, your daily activities must align with your long-term vision, strategies, and tactics. Last week, we talked about the first step to building a successful anything in life. Anything in life is a compelling vision. If you lack passion, you don't lack passion, you lack vision. Now, what is your compelling vision? And then what are your short-term 12-week goals that you are tracking in order to achieve the long-term compelling vision? To be truly effective, your daily activities must align with your long-term vision. Do your activities align with your vision? You have greater control over your activities than you do your results. I have greater control over my activities than I do the results. I have 100% control over the activities. 100%. If my daily activity number that I'm tracking, that I'm keeping score, and we're going to get into your scorecard tomorrow. If my daily activity is 20 real estate conversations and I'm not hitting that number, then I'm not tracking the outcomes that I want, the results that I want. I have 100% control over having 20 conversations. John, nobody, Ashley, good morning. How are you? I have nobody, nothing, no one can stop me from having 20 conversations in a day. Nothing can stop me. The only thing that can stop you from having 20 real estate conversations a day, if that's your activity, is you. Which means you choose to succeed, Nick. Yes? Yes. And you also choose to fail. Now, why would anybody choose to fail? I'll give you the answer. It's comfortable. It's being in the water and floating downstream, John, instead of swimming against the current. It's rolling over and hitting the alarm, turning it off instead of getting up at 4 a.m. in order to work on your daily personal growth plan, Desiree. It's comfortable. Victory of the pillow is simply making a decision that you're going to get up at 4 a.m. And when the opportunity clock goes off, it's not an alarm clock. When the opportunity clock goes off, you get up. The pillow said, roll over, 10 more minutes. You could do it. And you said, nope, I'm getting up. You won, the pillow lost. Victory of the pillow. It's a decision. You either choose to succeed or you choose to sleep in. Which one are you choosing? The physical universe will not respond to your desires no matter how passionate or intense they are. I want to be successful. I'm going to be successful. Or it's like this, right? I don't know. Visualizing, I have passion, I'm intense. And until I take action, what happens? Nothing happens. There's 5 birds sitting on a dock. Michael 2, Michael 1, Michael 2. Michael, not Michael Topo. How's that? All right, so there's 5 birds sitting on a dock. One of them decides to fly away. How many are left? Shh.
4.
Good guess.
Seems like the easy answer.
And what if I told you you're wrong? Deciding to fly away is like deciding to get into your lead generation every day. I have the intention to fly away. I have the intention to get into 3 hours of lead generation every day. I could talk to the other birds about it. I could talk about how wonderful it would be to fly away. I can tell them how great it's going to be, where I'm going to go. But until I actually take action, there are still 5 birds on that dock. It's the same thing for you. Your intention to hit your daily lead generation activities mean absolutely nothing until you take action. There is no difference between the person who intends to do something and the person who had no intention whatsoever. Intention without action will get you the same results as no intention to start with. Now listen to this again. The physical universe will not respond to your desires, no matter how passionate or intense they are. The one thing that moves the universe is action. Listen, you want to take this to a biblical point of view? God created the earth by saying, "Let there be light." He didn't just have a conversation with Jesus and Gabriel and the Archangel Michael and just say, it'd be pretty cool if there was light. I think we should have light. I'm going to think about light for a while. It took action. Now, for you, there is no let there be 20 listings a month. Unfortunately, you're going to have to get to work. Takes action. It's the one thing that can move the universe. All right, point number 2. Use a weekly plan to align actions with results. Weekly plan is the instrument that organizes and focuses your week. It is a tool. It is a system. It is a model. It is a tool that focuses and organizes your week. It allows you to structure your activities so that you are focused on both the long-term and short-term tasks that are truly important. Now, what are the tasks that are truly important? Lead generation. Meet with buyers and sellers. Go on, take seller listings, negotiate contracts, and practice and role play your scripts. That's it. That's it. To use the plan effectively, you will need to spend the first 15 to 20 minutes at the beginning of each week to review your progress from the previous week and make adjustments. So 15 to 20 minutes every week, you're going to review the plan. You're going to review the results. You're going to review the progress that you're making, that you've made, and you're going to make adjustments based on your current level of production. If you looked at it like this, and every week I have lead generation, meeting with buyers and sellers, taking seller listings, negotiating contracts, and practicing and role-playing my scripts. and I have 20 conversations as my standard. I have meeting with buyers and sellers. I have 2 appointments per week as my standard. I have 1 seller listing every week as my standard. I write and negotiate contracts once per week as my standard. And I practice and role play my scripts 5 hours a week as my standard. Then at the end of the week, all you're going to do is remember the GROW model. G is goal. In this example, it's not a goal, it's an activity. It's 100% achievable, and it's a choice by you. Reality is the number you actually did. So I had 15 conversations. Now, what's the gap between 15 and 20? It's 5, right, Michael Topo? So make adjustments to close the gap. In other words, get there. What are the adjustments you need to make in order to close the gap? All right. Then spend 2 to 3 minutes every morning to get in line with your plan. 2 to 3 minutes every morning. Take a look at that plan. Make sure you're clear on what you're going to do today so that you are in line with how you win the day. Write down www.12weekyear.com. You can go to the website and see a sample of a weekly plan. Just download it and use it. All right. Ahas, questions, talk to me.
John?